email review. Okay. So let's jump in to today's topic, unless you guys have any question related to what I just described. All right. So let's jump in to our EpiDigm website. If you go to EpiDigm website, this is a landing page, home page. I told you last time there is a different landing page, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Spanish landing page also. So if you do the Spanish landing page, it's a Google Translate. So Bianca, you speak Spanish, so you need to be able to tell me what anything wrong with this landing page, okay? So
Got it.
all right, so if you go from here, the last one is a silver page. So silver, so it's epidime.com/server. So this is for older clients, okay? Elderly community, okay? So if you go here, very first thing that this is the core of the this microsite. Final expense code, you've seen this, just log in. Don't worry about access code, it's a free field. I'm paying for it also, don't worry. Okay? And then you put down the client's age or date of birth. Okay, let's say client is 77. And we call him precious. My precious. Right? And then females, let's say she wants.
She's not that old. Is
Okay, $13,000, whatever the number. Okay, so it could be any number here, all the way up to 100,000. So let's say 15,000. Okay, so you click submit, it'll tell you company that is doing business in California, Transamerica, Corebridge, Transamerica, and Transamerica. Okay. All right, so there are monthly premiums here. So this is simplified issue. If they don't qualify for simplified issue, most of the company, they'll made it jump into guarantee issue, okay? Which will, with a higher premium, of course. Okay, now what if you are dealing with the clients in Arizona? You change to Arizona and submit. Now Lafayette comes into play.
oh,
So Lafayette's simplified issue is not approved in California anymore. Okay. All right. So you get to see all the other states. So if you go to Kansas, submit, you got this. Okay. I guess Lafayette is not approved in Kansas either. All right. So what you can do is that you can do the PDF on this and submit it to them. One downside of this is that since it is, I took the ownership of this. It gives, it tells you, it has their header contains my information.
oh,
Okay. So if you don't want this header, you have to pay your own and post your own. Oops. So if you look at it, come on. So it's got my informations and their numbers are here. One of the things you can do is you can screenshot this and send it to them, or send it to them and let me know the client that you deal with. So if she reaches out to me, then I'll know who that is. Okay. Okay. All right. So if you want more selection on this, as I showed you before, if you want all company who's involved in financial the final expense, change to all companies without any filters. You come up with a company name that you never heard of.
1891.
Okay, $0. How can it be possible? Okay, Christian,
Zero benefit.
I don't know. Aetna, Trinities, and all these companies.
Oh,
Yeah, there are many companies. And once again, if you change back to California, Let's see what happens when you change back to California and submit it. You still have lots of company. Okay. Some of them I didn't put it in there because it's hard to do business, or I don't want you to be overburdened with too many contracts. But if you want me to, I could get you contracted, but not all of them are good company to work with. Because it could be the service, it could be the commission, but if you want to, here are the numbers. Okay. So many of them. Okay, so I normally stick with my companies. Easier to deal with that way. Okay, so that's final expense for you. So Lafayette simplified graded, I think I'm gonna remove this because then I'll put it in California and many other states. Corporate, SI and GI, SI stands for simplified issue, GI stands for guaranteed issue. Okay, so you can get their information on the final expense website or here. So you can do simplified now, California, and you can age 78. So you can do buy rates, get quotes. So 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, and 30, all the way up to 30,000. So non-tobacco 68, graded 72. So graded normally means a guaranteed issue. Okay. So you get to see this. Or if you know exactly what you want to, how much face amount that you're gonna have, let's say you need a 15,000 for final expense, get a quote, it'll tell you that also. So this is a very simple way. Or you can do the other way too. You can say, okay, I want to spend $200 a month and get a final expense. Then you get the death benefit. So this is a very simpler approach also. So this will help you with the final expense for AIG or Core Bridge. Okay. And Gerber Life also has a guaranteed issue. Okay. So their guarantee issue is not only for senior citizens, but it's for everyone. California, age 50 and above. Okay. Let's go back 77. Gender. We male. And don't put down email address once again. You only put down information that is necessary. You know that by checking this asterisk next to the items. Get a free quote, $222.24. So $12,000 coverage if you do the 15,000. Okay. So it's a 277. This is a guaranteed issue. Don't click apply now. Once again, if you do it here, you'll not get a commission. Okay. So that's what else is here. California benefit. This is for those people who want to get some government benefits like the Medi-Cals and things like that, or Medicare. I don't think you can do the Medicare. Apply for benefit. So apply now. So it'll tell you. It helps you. Okay, begin. So it tells you a name and things like that. So all the government benefit, if you want to get, this is a California government run site. So California benefit site is there. And Medicare site, this is a very good site if you're into Medicare business. As a matter of fact, this is the first site that I go to when I'm talking to a client because you can actually get a lot of information. So if you put down the zip code of client, this is my Garden Grove office zip code and continue. And if you're looking for Part D, find plan. Do you have a Medicaid or anything else? Okay, I don't have this extra help. You wanna type in your drug so that it'll find the plan that fits your prescription needs. No, you can do yes or no. Yes, if you do yes, you have to put that information. Okay. So no, and then you get all this information. But this is one of the very good site to get to know when your mature older client ask about Medicare plans. It doesn't talk about original Medicare, but it talks about PDP, Medicare Part Cs and Medicaps, you name it, it's all there. It's a nationwide government site also. Okay. All right. And then this nationwide long-term care, I need to study a little more on this one. This is come on. This is a site that tells you about their long-term care product. It's almost like a One America. Only difference is that this, I believe this is an indemnity, not reimbursement. And it's a UL-based product. So I'm gonna have to learn a little bit more so that I can give you training on that. So, all right, so that's that. The easiest one, and we're very familiar with, is a One America. So long-term care, One America. This is a hybrid product. By the way, I try to stay away from true long-term care insurance.
So nationwide is not.
It is not.
Okay.
One America is not either, because it is a hybrid, meaning that it is attached to a life insurance policy. The reason being is that you may get yelled at by your client 20 years from now. Because actually, standalone long-term care insurance, their premium is not guaranteed.
Goes up.
Yeah, it can go up. They cannot pinpoint your client and him only to increase a premium, but they can increase the premium, or I guess other side of token is also true. They can decrease or increase the premium on entire group. So you'll not know exactly how the premium will play out in the long run. Whereas product like long-term care, the One Omega, it is a whole life product. The premium is guaranteed. The insurance company can do that because before they hit with the long-term care, they have a life insurance, and that works as a cushion, and it'll work out as a buffer for their loss, as you can see now. So that's why I did not put any standalone long-term care. I only put One America and Nationwide. I'm thinking whether to put Lincoln Financial, their money guard. I'm not really are fun. I'm not really excited about their excited
Premiums
about.
are so expensive.
And their plan is not as rich as a One America, so I just put down One America and Nationwide. Once again, once I figure out a little more about Nationwide, I'll give you a training on that. So let's look at the One America for today. So care solution calculator, tell them that you are a financial professional. Okay. So you don't, as you can see, there is no need for, what happened? There's no need for login ID or password. So presented by Bianca. Okay. California. Product, you got Asset Care One. This is a life insurance base and there's an annuity base. Okay. So if you're looking at the life insurance base, there's a single premium, non-qualify or qualify or multi-pair. So paid. So look at those 1 and 4. Don't look at it in the middle. Okay. So if client wants to do the single premium, one payment, and forget about the long-term care for their entire life, let's look at the single premium first. Okay. You can do single life or two life, joint life. Okay, let's do the joint life. Okay. So let's say male is 72, female is 66. they're both non-smoker. Okay, so you want to know monthly long-term care amount. You want to say, okay, if I get hit with the long-term care, I want to have a $5,000 coverage on this.
For both or just one?
Just one. Okay, it covers both lives
Mm.
though. Okay, so each will have $5,000 long-term care, and let's do without continuation benefit rider because I think I better explain later. So it's a 4% of your life insurance. You'll soon see what that means. All right, so premium is a $63,025 one time.
Oh, one.
No, one time. It's a single premium. No more premium. You have a $125,000 death benefit. This is a second to die policy, which means if either of you or the spouse, I mean, when I say you, I mean the client, if neither of clients get long-term care and has a natural death, okay? When both of them die, there will be a $125,000 death benefit going out to their beneficiary, whoever they named it. But if either of them got hit with a long-term care condition, remember long-term care condition? 2 out of 6 activities of daily living for more than 90 days. What are the 6 activities of daily living? Toileting, bathing, dressing, eating, transferring, and continence. Okay. So if either of them got hit with a long-term care condition so that they cannot do at least 2 out of the 6 activities of daily living for more than 3 months, 90 days, the company will pay up to $5,000. When I say up to $5,000, this is a reimbursement. So they need to pay the caregiver or long-term care facility. That's what they're paying. If the expense is over 5,000, that comes out of your pocket. If it's under 5,000, you only get to get up to that expense. If it is a 3,500, you get 3,500. Okay? What if both of them get hit with a condition simultaneously? That would be a tragedy. Or in different time being, it doesn't matter. So each get $5,000 long-term care coverage. What's the maximum benefit amount? $125,000. So what you're doing is you're using up your death benefit. Once it is used up, you're done. The policy is gone. So if the first one used up $25,000 and passed away, and that remaining death benefit is $100,000. And if second one die without long-term care, the family will get $100,000. Or if the second surviving spouse got hit with the long-term care later on her life, and she'll get $50,000 a month. If she used up all $100,000, there is no more death benefit left. Okay? Or even if she used up all of them and still alive, no, she doesn't get the benefit. She need to pay out of her pocket. This one does not have a continuation benefit rider yet. Okay? But that's what this will do. So if you look at the PDF, it'll be very clear to you. This is a 2-pager that you can give to your client. Let's download it so that you can see it. So $63,000 will get them $125,000 second to die life insurance policy. If they die natural death without any this health condition, the family will get $125,000 when both of them die. Okay. If they either or both of them got hit with the long-term care, they could use all the way up to $125,000, $5,000 a month as a reimbursement for caregiver. Okay, that's it. Okay, simple as that. Once again, this is Client approved. You can give to client. Okay. Now, but what if their condition is so bad, and yet they're prolonging their life? They're living longer. For that, because of that fear, they also have a continuation of benefit rider. Let's make this also single pay. So what this will do is that when they exhausted their death benefit, the long-term care will continue. That's why they call it continuation of benefit rider. Until when? Until until the client dies. If one dies, one is still surviving. She keeps on with as long as she makes the payment, she'll be okay. Okay. So if you do the continuation of benefit rider, the premium obviously will go up because of this rider. Come on. Now premium is $149,000, less than more than $125,000. But at least they're getting portion of it, most portion of it, because if death happened without any long-term care condition, the family will get $125,000. But not only that, but if any one of them gets hit with the long-term care condition, they can collect $5,000 a month. Until when? Until they die. Even if that amount exceeds $125,000. Okay. So this is a breakdown of premium. So life insurance alone is a $63,000. The rider is $86,000. Rider is more expensive, but for obvious reason. Once again, the premium is guaranteed. The premium will not increase. Okay. What else? So the benefit amount, the benefit balance is unlimited. Coverage is a lifetime. I mean, if you choose to, you can actually have an inflation option, which will increase the premium even more. Continuation of benefit rider contains, well, it doesn't come into display. You don't have to make premium, but it's a single premium, so you're okay. So next option that we're gonna do is instead of single premium, well, that's a little too high, so I'm gonna do the multi-pay. Okay. I'll do the same condition, and I'm gonna pay whole life. I'm gonna pay as long as I live, okay? And I'm selecting waiver of premium. I'll tell you what waiver of premium. This wasn't there before. The waiver of premium is this: if you're disabled, if you get hit with a long-term care condition and you're collecting the benefit, you do not have to make payments. That's a waiver of payment premium is. That waiver of premium applies to whole life portion, not on the COB portion. Okay. So if you do the continuous pay, whole life pay and continuous pay, so you're making payment until you die, which will make a premium more affordable, right? So if you do the calculate, the premium is $13,000 a year. Okay, every year you're making payment. You get $125,000 death benefit before. The benefit is the same. $5,000 a month long-term care condition, and benefit amount is the maximum is unlimited, right? Lifetime coverage. So, what's this waiver of premium? The waiver of premium, what it does is that when the waiver of premium is in place, I mean, if you remove waiver of premium, so it's a 6,138. So if you remove it, let's see what happened. The premium will be lower. It's a 5,100. It's about $1,000 of charge. But I would like to put waiver of premium if they're doing it whole life, because if you do that, let's say the first one got hit with a long-term care condition. As soon as he or she is receiving long-term care benefit from the death benefit, the premium that client needs to pay drops down to $6,909. I told you that the waiver of premium only applies toward the life policy, right? Now, here comes cherry on the top portion. Let's say this person lived long enough, he lived more than 25 months and still in that condition. Now, what happened? Now the long-term care benefit is no longer coming out of life insurance. It comes out of what? The rider, okay, COB rider. Once COB rider start paying out the benefit, it also kicks in the waiver premium. So you don't have to pay. Okay, so the next one is not both of them are now no longer paying 6,900. The policy still is active. And the husband, let's say normally it's a husband who get hit with this kind of condition first. So husband collects all this benefit and he dies. Okay, now wife is left alone. Does she still need to pay 6,138? No, she doesn't. Because there's no more whole life policy. It's gone. Can she only pay 6,900 and keep the policy? Yes, she can, and she definitely needs to. So as long as she's making this payment, she now has a long-term care life coverage that lasts lifetime. Few years later, if she's hit with a long-term care condition, what happened? The 5,000 benefits still pays out to the client, the wife, surviving wife, and she does not need to pay that payment. Okay? And some miracle happened. This is not going to happen in lifetime, but some miracle medication breakthrough, medicine breakthrough happened, and she got completely healed. It's very unlikely. She's that old and that will happen. I don't think so. But even if, just in case that happened, what happened is that if she is completely cured, then the benefit stops and she still need to make that payment. And 2 years later, the condition came back and the benefit will start paying her 5,000 reimbursement. Okay, so this is one of the very well designed long-term care product. I know that it is pricey, but I think this is the best out there so far. Okay. All right, I'm 7 minutes shorter. Now, any question? Dana, any question?
Could you show me the PDF on this?
Oh, PDF on this? Okay, that's a good idea. I should have done that, huh?
Much clearer.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I can never find my audio.
that's okay.
No, I think I'm gonna go back and watch
Yeah,
the
just play with
watch
this
the YouTube.
illustration.
Yeah, yeah.
This is one of the best long-term care solution that I have found if the client can afford it. So obviously, as you see, here's annual premium. Death benefit is 125,000 as before. If either of them or both of them get hit with the long-term care, they'll pay out the long-term care benefit from the death benefit first. And if they exhaust this death benefit, the continuation of benefit rider kicks in and it'll go on forever until the patient dies.
Yeah.
Okay. It also has a cash value, but I think it's irrelevant. I don't think you really want to get into. This is a whole life policy. It's not a UL chassis. That is why they can guarantee
Oh,
the
where'd you
premium.
go? Oh, look.
Okay. Bianca, any question? Any comment? You're a little too young to worry about long-term care condition.
No questions.
But who knows, you might run into a client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Tomoko, any question or comment?
Yes. So the product is a whole life.
Uh-huh.
So the underwriting is only for mortality, or is only also include the mobility underwriting?
I don't know whether they're doing mortality and morbidity at the same time. They might do the morbidity. I think they're still asking question related to the morbidity